I moved into Sarah's. I was still doing the whole day laborer thing, trying to get a steady job, trying to get a steady paycheck. I would end up working at a graveyard, trimming around gravestones, shit like that. This is the first time I ever really seen nepotism fully fleshed out. I was the only non-family member that worked there. I was treated like shit, treated like a 19-year-old like I was. I would live with Sarah for a little while. Until like late spring, at least like 2 months, 3 months. And by this time, Eli's parents already molded over and considered it over. Eli was checking up on me on a daily basis, man. He would always be around and shit like that. He knew I was hurting. He knew I needed help. But his parents weren't really ready or willing to help me yet. They thought I was going to be Nate 2.0. They really did not like having Nate live with them. It left a bad taste in their mouth, and I was riding in yet again on Nate's coattails. You know, his fucking stupid ass reputation. They don't want to get a job. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to work. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to contribute. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to work. You know. And of course, Nate's life was fucking living hell, and my life was living hell at this point. You know, I had to stay with a person that was in by name only my cousin. And at this time, she was doing what she could, but her fucking landlord kind of noticed some shit, and she had to kick me out. By this time, I had a job, but I would quit because I got hired at. No, I would get a ticket. Either way, I had to leave. I had to leave Sarah's, and she did what she could, and I appreciated it. I paid my way, and I met with Eli's parents again, and I was basically pleading with Eli, like, "Hey man, let me talk to your parents, like, about moving in and shit like that." I was really going down in a bad way. They took me in for over a year. When I moved in, I could still drive, but when I moved in, soon that was taken away from me. They asked me if I had my GED. I had my GED at the time. They're cool with that. They just wanted me to get a job and get on my feet. Well, anyways, I had to fucking pay hella fines because I got a no insurance ticket and whatnot. And if anything, I from Eli's relationship with me since I was a little boy to this point, there's no way I could, I paid my way there. Every month I paid my fucking way. First month I got a job. I got a job and made right. I was holding it down. And every month I was going and I was paying rent and whatnot. And I didn't know that they weren't spending it because these people didn't need to fucking spend that fucking money. It was just shit like that, but they were going to keep it. They would feed me. They would feed me. They would give me a place to stay. We would even try to start a little business, landscaping and shit like that. We did landscaping gigs, shit like that. I would eventually get a job in Made Right, and I would get a girlfriend. This would be like the second serious relationship I ever had in my life. She was a super. She was gonna be a super senior, and like I was 19, but she was 17. I had a big old problem with that. I wanted to make sure it was cool with her parents and shit. Made sure it was cool with her parents. Everything was all good. Just don't shit where they eat. Don't get her pregnant. Type of deal. Uh, so she turns 18, and soon thereafter, because I just turned 19, and we hook up, and it's a good relationship and shit like that. I was with her till I was like 20. She had no business being with me. I had no business being with her. But basically, she's my girlfriend, and I be running and ripping still, even at Eli's house, but like more than like a clandestine, you have your shit together sort of way. So like either way, like uh, I was paying it, I was making it, I was starting to stress him out, stress Eli's parents out with having a girlfriend at the end of my stay at Eli's house. Mind you, in all these videos, I'm heavily glossing over a lot of shit. I mean, if it takes me more than like 10 minutes to explain some shit, like just to like what point I'm at, like just managing what's happening in between time, you know, crazy shit. So, anyways, I'm at Made Right. I'm in a relationship now. I got a good relationship with my boss and shit like that. I asked my boss one day, her name's Dawn, if I could, I hear that she got her room free. She got like 11 years on me. And I ask, hey, you got a room for rent? How much you charging? It's $100 cheaper than what I was paying. I didn't tell her that though. And I was like, it's a little bit high for a room, you know. And I was working at, this bitch was, my boss was dipping out to Chicago and shit. And she didn't have custody of her kids, and her dad was watching her youngest daughter. And she would let me have her car and shit. Cause I had a clean license, I had insurance, all that shit. This is like goofy ass looking little blue fucking Honda. Ran like a champ though. So I'm involved with this girl named Jessica, and I'm applying what I learned with my high school relationship and with a few interloping flings I had to this girl, and all my past relationship experience to this girl. And long story short, I was nothing but bad for her. She had no business being with me. I knew what the fuck I was, and it was like that. You know, I was a stereotypical shitbag that used to get his 18-year-old girlfriend over here, just fucking dog the shit out of, and whatnot. Things would happen at Dawn's, and I would be kicked out because of some drunken ass conversation I would have with Sean's bitch. A bitch by the name of Beth. A bitch that fucking sabotaged me, and very seductive, man. Very, very seductive. Knew what the fuck she was doing. Manipulated people and shit like that. I was so fucking mad I tried to file a police report because she got me kicked out. Anyways, I would then say some stupid shit in front of Beth. I no longer worked at Made Right, and that kind of pissed off manager Dawn, who I was renting a room from. So she had to be there more hours and shit, which interrupted her like little fuck sessions, going to going to Chicago, and Beth would bring that type of situation down to a screeching halt. At this time, I was a complete shitbag.